Yo, what is up, Sex Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're doing top 5 Call of Duty Zombies characters. Now, this is only a playable character, so characters like Maxis really don't count. And this is not my personal opinion. I got this from doing straw polls, asking around on live streams, and asking around on Twitter. So if you guys like to say in the next top 5, go ahead and follow me on Twitch and or Twitter. Links will be in the description, so let's go ahead and get this shit started. Alright, so coming in at number 5 is going to be Sarah Michelle Gellar, aka Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she's only playable in Call of the Dead. And she's definitely one of my favorite characters to play as, probably because she's one of the more badass characters, given that she's a woman, she has boobs, and plus in the Call of the Dead trailer, she was pretty badass doing all that ninja stuff. And plus she does have some pretty cool quotes compared to the other people. I mean, it's not every day you get to play as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And her current whereabouts are unknown. We really don't know if she's alive or dead. If I had to guess, I would assume that she is dead. They did die after Call of the Dead because really, you really can't do much after that after getting surrounded by zombies. And then after Richtofen blew everything up, I really doubt these people are alive. So these people are probably dead unless they somehow managed to escape and are still fighting zombies. But if I had to guess, I would say the Call of the Dead crew is probably dead. Which kind of sucks because I really did like her character. But let's go ahead and go to number 4. Alright, and coming in at number 4 is going to be Misty, and Misty sort of deserves to be on this list. I really do like Misty. She's probably the only character that I sort of like out of the transit group. I mean, I really don't care for Marlton, Russman, or Samuel. Misty's sort of like the badass of the group and sort of at least knows what she's doing. Marlton's sort of the nerd of the group. Russman's is kind of overweight and fat, and I don't really understand how he even survives every map. I mean, he did die on Die Rise, but I don't see how he survives everything else. And Samuel's just kind of crazy. The only reason he's there is because of Richtofen, and Misty's kind of, you know, she has boobs, and she's actually a badass, and she sort of knows what she's doing. So Misty is definitely my favorite character out of the transit group, and I really do like her. She really does deserve to be on this list. She really is a complete and utter badass, and she is not Tank Dempsey's daughter, no matter how much time travel you want to throw at me. And our current whereabouts are really unknown, because Charge did that stupid fucking double Easter egg thing, to where if you pick the Maxis ending, Earth gets destroyed because Maxis is trying to reach Agartha, and it's assumed that the group there actually died while Maxis was doing this. But if you pick Richtofen's side, it's assumed that Richtofen enters Samuel's body and they all go running around. So speaking in theories here, for Black Ops 3, if it was actually in Egypt, it would kind of make sense that we follow the Richtofen ending and not actually the Maxis ending. So if we did follow the Richtofen ending, the transit group including Richtofen and Samuel in the same body, Marlton, Russman, and Misty are all probably going to go to Egypt. So the current whereabouts are really unknown until we get some more information on Black Ops 3 and what characters are going to be there. So let's go ahead and get on number 3. Alright, and coming in number 3 is going to be everyone's favorite psychotic doctor, Dr. Edward Richtofen, who does have a pretty impressive record. He has ties to multiple organizations. He has ties to the Illuminati, the Nazis, Group 935. He's basically done everything, and he's created many wonder weapons and many of the stuff that we love in zombies. Now, back in World at War, it was sort of hinted to that he was actually in the Illuminati and sent in to infiltrate the Nazis, but as we go on through Black Ops 1, we sort of learned that he was actually in Group 935 and sort of branched out on his own to do his own thing after Maxis sort of dismissed his teleportation and his wonder WAW-B DG2. So Cherish sort of abandoned the Illuminati idea, but I still do think Richtofen has ties to the Illuminati, and I still do think that actually plays an important part in the zombie storyline. Well, not anymore since the Earth is basically destroyed, but back in World at War I still do think it did, but not so much in Black Ops 1 when Richtofen really started to go do his own little thing. But his current whereabouts are sort of unknown. If you chose the Maxis side, Richtofen is basically in his own forever hell. He's going to be teleported from zombie to zombie, which basically means he's going to keep dying and dying and dying. But if you chose Richtofen's side, he's actually alive, and then Samuel's body is stuck with Samuel, so Samuel and Richtofen sort of control the same body in a way. So it really just depends on which side you pick, and I really hate Treyarch for doing the double Easter egg because it's really, really retarded. I bet you in Black Ops 3 they're going to be like, oh, I bet this one's canon and this one's not. I really just dislike that. And they need to keep the zombie storyline on a singular path and not say, hey, you could also probably do this. I'm not even going to start talking about it. So let's go ahead and get on number 2. Alright, and coming in number 2 is going to be everyone's favorite badass, Tank Dempsey. Now, Tank Dempsey was actually not always this badass. He actually became sort of like this because he was experimented on by 115 by Dr. Edward Richtofen, and a side effect of being experimented on by 115 was he became very angry and started shouting more often. So that was actually a side effect of 115, so if Richtofen never actually got him, we might not actually have the Tank Dempsey we all know and love. Now, Tank Dempsey was formerly a United States Marine and was actually sent into Verrückt to recapture an OS spy that was thought to have been found out, but when he actually got there, Richtofen actually captured him and actually used Dempsey to replace the Mexican that Richtofen had actually killed, and that's sort of how Dempsey got into this whole zombie storyline. Now, his current whereabouts as of Black Ops 2, we really don't know. He could be alive on Moon, he could be dead, he could be somewhere else, he could be somewhere else on Earth. We really don't know where the group on Moon is. We really have no idea. We never got any hints during Black Ops 2, so they could still be alive on Moon, they could still be alive on the Earth somewhere, they could be dead, they could be in Agartha. We have no idea where these people could possibly be, but I mean, as long as you have Tank Dempsey watching your back, you're probably going to be fine, because this man can do really whatever he wants. He's just that badass. But let's go ahead and get number 1. Alright, and coming in number 1 is probably going to be the most badass little girl you'll ever meet, Samantha Maxis, the little girl who started it all. This is personally my favorite character, and her current whereabouts are unknown. Just like Tank Dempsey, we really don't know where she is. She could be alive on Moon, she could be alive on Earth, she could be dead, she could be somewhere in Agartha. We really have no idea where Samantha is. But besides that, she is still a badass. I mean, what other little girl do you know that could actually go through all the stuff that she's been through? She supposedly watched her father die, she controlled a horde of zombies, and now she's killing zombies. This little girl is just as badass as Tank Dempsey, and I really do hope that in Black Ops 3 that she makes a return. I was kind of disappointed in Black Ops 2 that we really didn't get much of her, mainly because of how Moon ended. I mean, Samantha ended off with this quote on Moon, but I want my body back, and I will destroy that evil Richtofen for taking Daddy away. Plus, we had some Takio quotes and some Tank Dempsey quotes that ended off Moon that really heavily hinted to that this group would be a major part in Black Ops 2, but sadly they weren't. So I'm really hoping in Black Ops 3 that we actually get Samantha to return. And I want to see her get her revenge. I want to see her get her revenge on Richtofen. I want to see her, you know, set things right, make things to how they were supposed to be, and not all this death and destruction. So I really hope Samantha comes back, and I really hope she's more badass than ever, and I really, really hope she has a German voice actor and does not sound fucking American. God damn it, Treyarch. Why'd you do that in Origins? She's not American, she's German. So they kind of messed that one up a little bit on Origins, but hopefully she does appear in Black Ops 3. She does actually have a German voice actor, and hopefully she still is in Richtofen's body, and hopefully they're still alive, and hopefully they do a bunch of cool and fun adventures. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm very curious to know, do you guys agree with this list? If not, put what you think should have went where. If there's a character that was not on here that you think should have been on here, go ahead and put that in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Ha 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 ha!